in January the 22nd, I guess the Lord had me in the right place, the right time, with the right commitment. I was president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And then we had agreed that, and I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed, after they signed their names to a petition, that we were going to march as a teacher group. And so on January 22nd, we met at Clark Elementary School here, which was the school where I attended the first grade through the sixth grade. We met upstairs, and we marched double file. My partner was my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade science teacher. His name was Mr. A.J. Durgan. He was the incoming president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And we led that march, teachers, for the first time in the United States, coming down the steps of Clark Elementary School, down Lawn Street, down to Alabama Avenue, down to the courthouse. Teachers, for the first time. Getting down to the county courthouse, that was standing next to the steps, the superintendent of education, the chairman of the board of education, to persuade me, because I was a teacher, to take the teachers back to the school, because we had made a point, and that no longer should we try to pursue that right from that particular point. And I told them we had a right to be at the county courthouse. It was our courthouse. We were not backing down from our right to be there. And I asked the superintendent and the chairman of the board, who signed my check, to step aside. We went up those steps. Jim Clark had his deputies across the door, and he indicated that we were trying to make a mockery out of his courthouse. And we indicated to him that that was our courthouse also. He gave us 1 minute to move off of those steps. At the expiration of that minute, he took the billy club and jabbed us down the steps on the sidewalk. And my partner, Mr. A.J. Durgan, who, as I said, was my teacher, he was not quite used to that stuff like I was. And he asked me on the ground, he said, "What shall we do?" I said, "We are going back." He said, Yeah. And so we went back the second time. We jabbed down the steps after a minute, and he asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer, and he gave me the same response. The third time we went, I really was trying to get all the teachers arrested because teachers were not aware of the tremendous influence. They were the largest black professional group here in Dallas County. And so after going back the third time, he said, "If you don't go up these steps," Jim Clark said, "we're going to arrest you." I said to myself, exactly what I want you to do. And so at about 45 seconds before that minute expired, someone on the inside of the courthouse came and pulled him on the inside of the courthouse door and said, I didn't go in there with him, but I can imagine what they told him. For goodness sake, don't arrest those teachers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I heard it from the mouth of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. Welcome to the Lineage Podcast.
Welcome.
I love this. I look forward to Thursdays, man, like it's the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With our people, man, and to introduce people and to give our community something that we rarely have. Just to be honest, we've had a great week. We'll talk about that later on. But here's a Lineage Podcast. I got to pay the bills. If you do not have the book Selma's Self-Sacrifice, that is the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, please get that. It is on Amazon right now. If you haven't booked the tour, the F.D. Reese Historical Tour, you want to do that. Trust me, you want to do that. It is an unorthodox tour. Me and my brother take you around and show you the significant places that our granddaddy impact. Speaking of our granddaddy, if you don't know who our granddaddy is, he was the man that signed the invitation to officially invite Dr. Martin Luther King to Selma, Alabama. Dr. Martin Luther King just didn't wake up and show up there. He had to be invited. And under the leadership of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese and the Dallas County Voters League, which under his leadership grew from 100 to over 2,000 members, Dr. King was there. So we open up the tour a lot of the times with that. Why do you think Dr. King came to Selma? When it was only 28,000 people as a population there. He didn't do it in Atlanta in 65. It was almost 1 million people. So why in the world would he go to a small town called Selma, Alabama? And if you don't know, we'll give y'all know any questions. We'll give you the history. We got artifact seats, historical home, whatever the case is. But today's show is called Deck the Hall. So y'all know how we start our show. First nurse, Kimberly Reese, is gonna come and give us our health segment for the week. Because a lot of the times in our community, we look over health. We try to look at wealth and finances, but we know health and wealth, it goes together. It is parallel. Both is needed. If you make all the money and you ain't here to spend it, then what are we talking about?
You ain't gonna see it because you ain't healthy.
Yeah, right.
You're trying to chase the wealth sick.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Then your wife gonna spend it on. We know why. Let her spend it. Amen. So we ain't gonna do that. That's a different topic. They spend it well. But we got a great show today. First nurse Kimberly Reese is gonna come in with our health segment. So we will be back. And y'all know when I say 30 seconds, I mean 30 seconds. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. What's up, Kim?
Hey, what's up, MJ? How you doing?
Good. We already know what time it is.
Yes.
This is First Nurse Kimberly Reese here with our health segment for this week. We know she's gonna drop the jewels and how we need to follow in, and we're gonna follow directions. So what you got for us this week, Kim?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here this Thursday. I'm First Nurse Kimberly, as you guys are familiar with me. So 'tis the season to be jolly, as they say. This is a time where you're seeing beautiful Christmas lights. You're seeing beautiful Christmas decorations around the homes and the shopping malls. You're seeing them everywhere. This is the time everybody's celebrating. Despite the bright lights and festive cheers that comes along with winter holidays, this is a time of year can bring a feeling of loneliness, isolation, grief, and sadness, and depression. Even for some who aren't normally depressed. According to Dr. Bowenton, who is a Philadelphia based licensed psychotherapist, the holidays bring an increase in thoughts about family, relationships, and social engagement. If there are issues with these dynamics, this depression can surface. Psychologist Dr. Gundel states that this is the time of year that raises expectation of spending more time with family than usual, can be stressful for some. Dr. Gundel also mentioned that holidays can also be difficult for people who've lost loved ones. So just be mindful of that. Not all negative feelings during the time of holiday season are signs of depression. In fact, temporary and situational anxiety or depression during the winter holidays is also known as the holiday blues. It's quite common according to the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness. If you're having holiday blues, you may be experiencing fatigue, tense, feeling frustrated, lonely, or sadness. A lot of people are experiencing this like when they're shopping, they may be stressed, trying to find different gifts. Just being stressed, more stressed than normal. And on top of that, you're still trying to pay bills. So that can affect a lot of mental health for a lot of people. According to the American Psychiatric Association, clinical depression sticks around long term, and it affects an estimate 6.7% of American adults. Clinical depression lasts more than 2 weeks, and it affects your ability to function as you normally would. And it includes changes in appetite, sleep habits, loss of interest in activities. The activities that you normally enjoy, you don't enjoy doing them anymore. Fatigue, having a hard time concentrating and making decisions, and also suicidal thoughts or actions. Um, for some people, wintertime can also trigger a certain kind of depression known as seasonal active disorder. Also, a short abbreviation is SAD. SAD, again, is seasonal active disorder. This type of depression happens in seasonal patterns, usually worsening during the darker winter months and lifting by spring, and when the days are longer and brighter. If you're having any of these symptoms and they're lasting longer than 2 weeks, it's wise to seek a mental health professional about your symptoms and tell them about what you're experiencing. So now we're going to talk about how to manage depression during the holidays. Number one thing you want to do is self-care. Find something you like doing, whether it's lighting a candle, whether it's just taking a walk, taking a deep breath, reading your word, your Bible, finding your favorite TV show. No matter the reason or the cause of your low mood or negative feelings, practice good self-care. That's very important. Um, Also, stay active and get outdoors. Moving your body is one of the best ways to cope with depression during the holiday season. Even though we're eating and we're enjoying good food, still try to stay moving and enjoy moving your body, going to the gym, whatever makes you happy and staying active. Stick to that. Share your feelings of how you're feeling with trusted loved ones. Surround yourself with people you can rely on during this time, during the holiday season, whether it be family or friends. If you confide in loved ones about how you feel, they may offer empathy, share their own experiences with you, and also they may confide that they're also feeling alone, and that could help you get through your dark times. Um, Also, suggest that you guys can go to the movies together. Um, the enemy often likes to attack when we're alone and in dark places. So when you're feeling urges of just feeling alone and suicidal, let someone know. Just a simple phone call that could change everything. Um, Also, assess your relationship and set boundaries. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to say no. If someone's telling you to do a holiday gathering and you don't have the finances or you don't feel like stressing out and cooking and cleaning, it's okay to say no and just go forward and just relax. Only you know what you can handle. It's very important to be mindful of your own boundaries, and when something feels overwhelming, try to pay attention and talk about it. Also, consider volunteering during the holiday season. A review article published in May 2021 in Frontiers in Psychology shows that volunteering for 2 or more hours, even if it's 1 to 10 hours per month, may offer may help you with your mental health benefits, such as you may be feeling more meaningful and purpose, having more purpose, developing empathy towards others, feeling like you matter, contributing to society, social connectedness, being part of something bigger than yourself. That can definitely help with depression. Last but not least, also create a copying sheet or depression toolkit. A copy sheet is a list of favorite activities that you could turn to when you're feeling depressed. Activities such as lighting a candle, watching ballet, listening to classical music, or whatever type of music you like to listen to. Also, painting pictures and singing, and also meditating. And that's all I have for you.
We appreciate that once again. First Nurse Kimberly Reese,
Yeah.
always dropping the jewels for us. Until next time, Kim, we appreciate it. Y'all
All
follow
right.
directions and make sure y'all don't be stressed out too much during this season because we all know how it can be at times. So we
Mhm.
appreciate you, Kim. We will be back with our guests. We coming right back after this break. We will come back with our guests. You don't want to miss this. She is a woman of all hats. And you know, when you have a jack of all trades, most of those people they be wise in a lot of things. So here we go. When we come back, our special guest will come on, and y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be back.
I
Right.
persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
We'll stand strong. Where we belong. It's not about yourself.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reese.
We march. We march. We march. Right to march.
He said, what shall we do? I said, we are going back. He said, Yeah.
Welcome back.
Man, one day you got to sing that on the show, man. You got to. You
Yeah,
got the instrumental.
Yeah, I got the instrument.
Man, you look, bro, you got to show, man. I'm over here singing my butt off. Like, nobody hear me, but boy, it sounds good, man. You really got to sing that so the people can hear that song, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some things. We'll bring it in in the future. But we have a special guest here. Let me read what I have here for Miss Adrienne Jones. I want y'all to listen to this. Adrienne Jones is a prominent real estate professional in the Atlanta, Georgia area for over 10 years. She got some years on her belt. New Jersey, but raised in Atlanta. All of her life, she understands the diversity and culture Atlantans have created over time. Adrienne has a master's degree in computer information systems and currently in studies for her brokerage license. Her focus and expertise is on helping her community in solving complex real estate problems. She serves all types of real estate transactions, from residential to commercial, from luxury to investments. Adrienne has the expertise, passion, and partnerships to get to the closing table. Adrienne always puts her clients' interests over her own to ensure she provides a positive real estate experience. So without further ado, to the Lineage Podcast, we want to bring our special guest, Mrs. Adrienne Jones. How are you doing?
Hello. What a beautiful intro.
Yeah, when you have guests, you got to treat guests right,
That's right.
how you're supposed to do it. Well, we appreciate you joining us. I will say, even though your bio is more centered around real estate, talking to my wife and doing my research, I'm like, what doesn't she do? So I won't I won't keep it too long, but I'll ask a few questions about your different hats that you have. First, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself before I ask questions.
Well, I mean, like you said, I wear many hats. Real estate, number one, is my baby. That's my passion. I also, help clients improve their credit. I have Visions Coaching Academy that I just started this year. So hopefully next year I'll be able to push out my first course or first coaching opportunity for, various industries. I have a CDL license. I can drive 18-wheeler trucks.
We're gonna get into all that.
Yeah. So, I pretty much do a whole lot. Do hair. I'm a choreographer. I got a ton of kids, married, husband, so yeah, it's a busy day.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, my first question is definitely going to be about about real estate? Because I see your bio, reading your bio says your focus and expertise is on helping your community in solving complex real estate problems. What are
Mm.
some of the problems that you see that are hard to overcome in your field for our community?
Oh my goodness. So literally last week, it's been about a week or so ago, I shared an article on my Facebook page, and it was about rental scams. And
Mm,
I happened to see it on the not commercial, but on the news. And I just was like, okay, this is crazy. Like people being scammed out of like 8 grand to try to rent a house. Then I thought about all the people that I know that are trying to rent a home. They're putting in application fee after application fee. And,
mhm,
to no avail, no one's calling them back. They don't know what's going on with their application or what have you. And I normally don't do rentals, but that particular day, God laid on my heart, you need to help these people.
mm,
So I decided to help, like genuinely decided to help. And I am literally running into people that need rentals, but not only need a rental, but they have some credit challenges or if they have some background issues, and they're getting denied for those reasons: evictions, bankruptcies, repossessions, collections.
mm.
And my thing is, with real estate, everyone deserves a roof over their head. I don't
Okay.
care how you acquire it, whether you're renting, whether you're buying, you still deserve to have somewhere to call home.
Right.
So I'm running into people that are getting denied, and it literally just catapulted into a new ministry for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like I was called to do something, but I was like, okay, God, I know it's not preaching, and I'm not a preacher, pulpit type gal. I know I've done a lot, but that right there, God, I'm like, okay, I'm running from that. But he was like, no, like, you're being called, but it's not gonna look like the pulpit. It's gonna look more like the church. And I'm like, okay, God. He was like, I need you to get out here with these people that need
Mhm,
you. They need a voice. They need a second chance. You
mhm,
know. Um, so I literally been partnering people, landlords, owners, private owners, with some of the people that have come my way that say, hey, Adrian, I just need a second chance. Like, I'm back on my feet. I can prove my income, but I have a felony, or I have an eviction on my credit, or my credit's poor. I just need help finding somewhere to go. And
mm,
I've been literally in touch with some owners that are like, hey, what do I need to do? I'm willing to help you. And I am vetting these people, just to give them a second chance and just, be able to start over. And it's not just me. I literally solicited help because I'm like, okay, God, you lay this on my heart, but I'm getting bombarded with so many people. Like I see more people that need this type of service or help than people that have the perfect profile. So I
mm,
said, okay, God, you know what? I need help. If you want me to do this and help my community and be the savior at this point, I need help. So literally a group of realtors reached out, and they're like, hey, what can we do to help? I literally got off the Zoom call with them about maybe an hour or so ago. We're
mhm,
just kind of
mm,
recapping who we've helped this week. And people are coming to us that are homeless, sleeping in their
mm,
cars, um, that are ill, like families. And I mean, my Facebook community is so awesome, so amazing. My people are literally like in my messenger, hey, how can I help that family you just posted about? They're sending like $100 cash app in, these people, or they're just doing whatever they can do. And I believe it's, the season to give,
That's
but
right.
it's
right.
also the season for us to do our community service and just do right by God's people.
Mhm.
Um,
Right.
so I can honestly say, God has me in a vulnerable state as well. I'm personally, going through something where I'm vulnerable in listening to God's voice. And he's like, you know what? This is what I've called you to do. But I think if I was at a different point in my life and, living it up and selling houses out the wazoo, I would have never heard his calling. I would have never understood that there are people out here that need a second chance at renting a home.
Mhm,
Some people just need direction in buying a house or doing a lease purchase, and they don't even know what the first step is, and they're embarrassed because they feel like, you know, the real estate agent is gonna judge them. So I'm
Right.
telling you, this is a no judgment zone. I'm not
Mhm.
judging you. Come to me, tell me exactly what's the problem, and we're gonna fix it. Whether you're trying to rent something, whether you're trying to buy something, you know, like I said, we can help you improve your credit. I can give you the tools to help you get that eviction off your public record. So I'm holistically um changing people's lives from step 1 to step 40. Like, we're gonna step by step fix it, so you're no longer just dragging this on year after year with the same issue. We're gonna stop the bleeding. We're gonna fix it. This time next year, you're a homeowner, or your credit is amazing, or you have a new business or a new income stream, or what have you. So I'm just in it to win it for my community. There's a real estate need out there, and I'm just thankful that God is allowing me to meet it.
Yeah, and see, that's one thing I commend you for, because um, a lot of the times when people get into, they leave with money, and when you say God called you, once He
That's right.
called you, it's nothing you can do about it, because
Mhm.
it's gonna stay on your heart, it's gonna stay in your head. He gonna make sure of that. And one thing I will say, by you stepping out on faith like that, and saying, because I actually went to your Facebook and seen that there's no judgment zone.
Oh,
I actually seen it, and so I'm like, wow, that's what's up. And that was a couple of days ago, 2 3 days ago.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
this is literally, like, been within a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know you said credit. And I know that's one of the things that a lot of the times that it's kind of like they won't even turn the page on us if the credit ain't right. So, like, if you had to say one thing, because I know you helping, you're saying we need a second chance. But I know a lot of the times, because I, even this year and last year, I fixed my credit, because that'll stop you in some doors. If you had to say, because I know you do credit repair, if you had to give one thing, the first thing, if someone has bad credit, what is the first thing they need to do to fix their credit, to start moving in that right direction?
Well, the first thing, let's just say, for instance, they did not get a free consultation from me.
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
get
Right.
right. If you were just an average person and you just wanted to know what's the first step in me fixing my credit, first thing you need to do is get a copy of your credit report. Annualcreditreport.com is a great way of obtaining that copy of your credit report. Um, get your credit report, look at it, and literally type a letter that says that you either dispute this particular item for whatever reason. Send it certified, so you have a return receipt, or you have some type of proof that you sent it to that credit bureau.
Mm,
So that would be the first step in trying to repair your credit if you have bad credit. There's other
mm,
things, techniques that I would, recommend that you do to build while you're fixing, because what you're doing is making your credit report vulnerable, because now you're going to be taking things off, right?
right. Right.
So yeah, and then for people that have public record issues like evictions and things like that, you need to go on the LexisNexis website and you need to get a copy of your LexisNexis report and dispute it. Same way.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good
Y'all
information.
y'all take notes. Please take notes. Before you go, I got to ask this. You said CDLs.
Yeah.
Only uh, only 7.2% of women, all out of all CDLs, and only 7.2% of women. The other 92.8 is men.
Wow.
That's crazy. So we need
But
more women in that field. Do
Yes, we
you
do. More
yeah.
women.
Do you think, like, okay, let me ask you, what made you get in that field? And why do you think it's important for women to get into?
Okay, so first part of the question. What made me get into that field was my husband. He's a
Okay.
CD driver. So he
Okay.
was like, babe, we could team up. And I'm
There you
like,
go.
okay.
There you go.
Um, I'll try it, right? Then, but I actually talked myself out of it. I'm like, I don't want to drive no truck. Like, I don't want to do this. But then I'm one of those type people. I'm up for the challenge, and I'm like, you know what? Just another credential under my belt. In the event during COVID, I need to be
Mhm.
able to figure something out. And transportation logistics is never going to go away. It's
That's
recession
right.
proof.
That's
Right.
right.
So that's why I got my CDL, because it's a recession proof, industry. And number two, what was the second part of the question?
Why do you think it's important for women to get in?
Why? Okay, yeah. So just as it is important for men, like I said, it's recession proof.
Mhm.
I do know a lot of women truckers are out here getting their CDLs, and they have their children with them. Some
Mhm.
women are homeschooling their children from the truck,
Right.
literally.
Right.
So I would say for women, don't limit yourself. You know, I feel like, men can do it and women can do it too. I'm
Right.
4'11" and maybe 100 and something pounds soaking wet. So,
Right.
I'm out there with the big boys, opening and closing those trailers. I'm whipping that truck literally into very tight spaces,
Mhm.
so I know if I can do it, anybody can do it, whether
There you
male or
go.
female.
There you go. Before you give out your information that we would love to have, so everybody can get your pen ready. Jade said, "Hey, Adrian." I don't know if you know who Jade is. She said, "Hey, Adrian."
Hey,
Penny
Jade.
Penny Anderson. She said, "Woman trucker driver here." So she drive trucks. Her and her husband. So yeah, more women need to get into it. I'm all about that. Let women need to get in it and knock it out. Stop playing with it.
Yeah.
Before you go, any information that you want to give out. And one more thing, while you giving out the information, what is one thing that you would tell? Because we like to ask our guests this. If there's one thing that you can leave with somebody that is trying to get into the fields you're getting in, real estate, CDLs, credit repair, or even if they're trying to start their own business, because we're fellow entrepreneurs, so we know the hardships that may come, right? So,
Right.
what is one thing that you would leave to a person that is almost about to give up on their calling or their purpose? What is one thing that you would leave?
Well, I will say this. And I do wear many hats, and I always believe that you should have an income stream for each, I would say, each bill in your life. If you have a car note, you should have a business for that. If you have mortgage or rent, you should have a business for that.
I'm with that. I'm
If
with you.
you have, so I believe in not living paycheck to paycheck.
Mhm.
Have an additional stream of income, look into some residual income opportunities, some passive income opportunities, and like I said, a second stream or additional stream of income. But as far as real estate is concerned, get with a good school. I would prefer just do it in person so you can get done with it quickly, because if you do it online, it's going to be 2 years from now and you're still trying to get through the material.
Mhm.
Use index cards to study your material. Write down all of your vocabulary words on those index cards and flash them to yourself. The real estate license exam for the state of Georgia is one of the hardest tests that I've heard that you can take.
Mhm.
So as far as CDL, I actually went to Georgia Driving Academy in Conyers.
Okay.
It only cost me like $4,000 cash.
Mhm.
So I just, went like after tax time and invested in myself,
There you
and
go.
put like a commission check I had and put some of my tax money together, and I just paid for it outright cash.
There you go.
It only takes 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks, you can literally recruit it by one of the top, trucking companies in the country.
Mm.
For credit repair, I mean, that's just something that, I just kind of got because my clients just needed help with their credit. So, I mean, I do it for real estate purposes.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
and what else do I do? So, I mean, like right now, I got an opportunity with Primerica, and it's amazing, and I can't wait to get deep down and dirty with that, because we're actually helping people, as far as life insurance. And I'm actually going to try to couple the life insurance with retirement opportunity.
Mhm.
Let your life insurance work for you. So I'm going to be talking about that as well once I
Wow.
get into that. But that's pretty much it.
That's what's up. Wow. That's a lot. But hey, it's needed, and I'm glad that you are doing it, and you in it, and you ain't playing with it, you running with it. Can you please leave your information if somebody needs to reach out to you for any of the fields that you are in? Leave your social media or whatever you want to leave for.
Okay. So if you want to reach me via phone or text, you can call 678-687-9266. My email address is palmerhousejones@gmail.com. That's for my real estate. Let's see. I am on Instagram. I am Adrian_your real estate lady. And for the credit repair, I am Credit Hero of Atlanta on Instagram. I do Facebook, so it's just Adrian Jones. And you can just see my picture, and that'll be me. I know there's a bunch of Adrian Jones for whatever reason. It's weird. I'm like, that's not a common name, but I guess it is. I'm on TikTok as House Hunter, and I still, every time someone asks me about my social media platforms, I never can remember my TikTok because I don't know how the dances and stuff.
Right.
So I don't even really play with it too much. But yeah, I'm on TikTok, House Hunter something, you guys. So I'll figure it out on my next, interview. I'll have it down packed.
Okay. Nice.
Right.
We definitely appreciate you, and we definitely will have you back, and we definitely can connect. Any way we can help, please reach out to us. We're doing great things in the community, and that is great. So to the Lineage Podcast, we appreciate you. And Miss Adrian Jones, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.
All right. Yes, you will, Laura. A lot of hats.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, jack of all trades.
Right.
Right. Yes, sir.
So we got a couple things to talk about. We got some time. First, we got our condolences. Well, do you want to? Let's talk about our week, or you want to talk about the topics first?
You can talk whatever you want to do.
Let's go to the topic.
Okay.
Our condolences, man. Y'all know, if you haven't heard, man.
Yeah.
Twitch, man, just another shocking, untimely death for another Black man. It's just, it's just, sometimes you don't have words
to
say, because it's almost like we're not becoming immune to it, but it's almost like it's happening so much.
That's right.
Stephen Twitch boss, he was dancer.
Of
course, more people knew him about DJ on the Ellen show. That's
he was from the Gump, man.
Yeah, that's right.
He's from Montgomery, Alabama, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, so that's why I want this show is called Deck the Halls, and it's when First Nurse Kimberly Reese said 'tis the season to be jolly. It just coincides with it how we don't know what is going through people's minds. Sometimes life and sometimes we try to live up to certain things, and it can cause us to really have a mental breakdown. And one thing, I did do some research, and I noticed that they're saying more people are depressed now, but social media has a large influence on that, because now we see that we try to compare.
Well, sometimes social media gives you a false reality of life.
Right.
Let's be real. And if you really live by what's going on in social media, some people, and I've heard some people feel like that their life is meaningless. And so we have to be careful how much social media we put in our life. I'm not saying this with the Twitch. I'm just saying that for us as people who live in as middle class working people, sometimes social media can make you feel like you're behind the ball and traveling in the things that you have. You're not where you need to be, where you want to be, or where everybody else is. And sometimes it is a false reality, man.
And I know it was a lot of people circulating, but about a couple of hours ago, because a lot of people were saying maybe he had financial problems. TMZ released it that he didn't. A couple of people knew him now. He did not have financial problems. So I know more things will come out about it, but sometimes it's just unexplainable, man. People are going through things and they facing their own demons, and we don't know.
And I think, man, like, a lot of times, man, we're gonna stay on this topic. It's almost like the mental health
Right.
situation. We have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable, and our
Mhm.
families need to create a space. And I want to talk about the men right now, because a lot of times we as black men feel like we cannot be vulnerable around our family or different people, and sometimes we tend to hold things in because society has taught us that strongness comes with always being okay, and
Right.
and always seeming like you have it together, and
Mhm.
that's not so, man. And I think we as men, as black men, need to create a space for other black men to be vulnerable about their lives, man, and to
Right.
be able to tell another man, I love you. MJ, we say,
Right.
I tell man, I love you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
we do.
It's okay.
Right.
We tend to say, oh man, don't say that word. I love you. You don't love no man. Yes, I do. I tell my
Right.
friends, man, I love you. My friend Jay Perk, we got the phone. I tell him I love him. My barber,
Mhm.
I tell him I love him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just that's real talk, and it's nothing. You're not being less of a man by saying that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're really showing that. Look, man, I really care for you, man. You my road dog, and I care how you feel, and I want to show you that I love you. And if you need to talk to me about anything, man, hey, man, I got a listening ear for
Right.
you.
Right. And just be honest, one of our friends hit us up today.
That's
Said,
right,
bro,
so did.
last night was hard, but in a few days I'm gonna reach out. And we like reach out, man, because
Job.
sometimes, yeah, like you said, bro, especially black men, man, we try to carry the world on our shoulders. and
Yeah,
and sometimes that I love you or keep your head up or reach out to me, man, can save you or save that person from doing something detrimental. Because a lot of the times you can see people crying out in plain sight, and a lot of
that's
the
right.
times we don't say nothing, or we look over it because as men you're supposed to be strong, but it's
Hmm.
okay to say, hey, what's up, or it's okay to go get help, to go seek therapy, man,
It's
because I'd
it's
rather you
okay.
do that than to
Yeah,
not be here. You get what
and
I'm
we got
saying?
we got to stop saying this cop out sentence called "Go pray about it." To me, that's one of the most disrespectful things you can say. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the word says, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
working is talking to someone. I have
Mm-hmm.
faith that what I'm going through, I'm gonna survive it. But I
Mm-hmm.
have to put the work in to survive it. And
Facts.
the work is sometimes going to talk to a therapist, you
Mm-hmm.
know, finding that safe space, man. Getting off social media, because a lot of times, man, bruh, social media can be cruel. I've seen where
Hey,
black men especially have been vulnerable on social media, and social media has dog walked them. Look what happened to
exactly.
Michael Jordan when he cried at Kobe's funeral. He's a
Yeah.
meme. Look what
Right.
happened to Will Smith when his wife told him on the show that she had an affair, and they showing him crying. They didn't dog walk Jada. They dog walk him for
Yeah.
crying.
For
You
crying.
get
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
mentally, we tend to look over. You know what I'm saying? And we don't be sensitive to others' feelings, man. We're sensitive to women's feelings,
Right.
but we have to learn that, look, man, these men ain't got it all together. Instead of that, and they're trying not to resort to drugs, alcohol, to
Right.
compress it. You know that they're being vulnerable. And then when
Right.
you get a meme or someone talk about you and tell you that you weak because you're being vulnerable, well, then you feel like it's I don't have no place to turn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we got to change that, man. We really
We
do.
got to. We got to, bro.
You know.
We can switch gears a little bit. Talk about this. We know Gunner was released from jail today. If you
Oh
don't
yeah,
know who,
yesterday. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yesterday. You don't know who Gunner is? He's a rapper in the YSL. Y'all know Young Thug and part of that camp. Um, But I know you wanted to kind of touch on this about your thoughts of what you've been seeing across the.
I see in the black community, and I'm talking about my community. I see a
Mhm.
lot of chatter about, gonna snitch, he'll rat. They gonna do this to him. They gonna do that. They gonna do this. You know how the streets do to their own. We'll kill
Mhm.
each other all day, but we won't do nothing about George Zimmerman. And I'm gonna keep pressing that. Y'all talking about what y'all gonna do to Gunna, but George Zimmerman went on a tour around the United States signing Skittles packages.
That's
And
right.
he killed Trayvon Martin, an innocent black boy who was walking from the store.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. He's still walking around. He not in jail. He ain't got no security or nothing. He's still walking around free.
Mhm.
He killed him. But then y'all go with Gunna. Y'all finna do this to him or do that to him. I
Right.
just don't understand our people sometimes, man. This is
Right.
why the world takes us as a joke, bruh. They takes us because the streets, they're only concerned about killing people that looks like them.
Mhm.
When people that looks like them be
That's right.
disrespectful, and they wanna do something about them. But when them racist folks do something, when them officers do something to us, when
Mhm.
Karens now do something to us, guess what? You're silent.
Silent.
You're silent. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna talk about you. It's so disrespectful for the streets to be having all this yip and this yap coming out your mouth. And like I tell people all day, I don't claim to be from the streets.
Right.
I don't have the mentality of the streets.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
what I'm telling you, the streets, if y'all so hard and if y'all so bad, why is it that you're willing to put your energy in Ghana
Right.
and not put your energy in George Zimmerman?
Right.
Now, if you would put your energy in George Zimmerman and then
Right.
you mad at Ghana, I ain't mad at you.
Right.
But we'll say, Gail, we're gonna send somebody at you. When she said that
Right.
about Kobe, she was totally disrespectful and wrong. But George Zimmerman still walking around.
Right.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Because we did a show
don't mean,
not too long ago about the code. And we got the
yeah,
code messed up, man. We
all
trying to
wrong,
get we got the combination all wrong. We trying to
all
get it
wrong,
locked.
bro.
You remember the codes with the combination lock that you had to go 3 times, then go left, then go right. We don't have the right combination, bro.
We ain't got the right combination.
We be on the
And
wrong
get
code.
what? We know the combination, but we don't use
Yeah,
it.
right.
We know it,
Right.
but we don't use it.
We don't
I
use
don't get, and then it gets. I don't understand our people. George Zimmerman still walking around. Now you got rappers, gangster rappers. They talk about killing, robbing. You'll fuss about all these young cats that don't respect the elders. My mama can't go to the store. My grandma can't go to the store. All this stuff. You'll say
Mhm.
it's a shame what's going on in the community. Get in
Right.
your car and blast what Young Thug and them and Gunna and them are rapping about. Blast it down the street, bobbing your
Yeah.
head like, yeah.
Right.
But then turn around and be mad about the product that's getting put out in the streets.
Right.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Right. But you part of the problem.
Gangster rap has the black culture right now. If
Yeah.
you disagree with me, something wrong, which you've been up on the rock for the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Gangster rap leads the culture.
Yep.
But we support the product that they put out there and then turn around and complain about what's going on in our communities.
Right.
And then you'll say
Makes
free
sense.
Young Thug, free Gunna, but then George Zimmerman still walking around. Golly, boy. You got to be kidding me. Hey,
Yeah.
you got to be kidding me.
100% right. You
Hey,
100%.
you tell me if I'm wrong, bro.
But guess what, bro? And this is another another page to it. And this is why we preach this and we say this, and it speak for itself. But this another page to it. When you say stuff like this, you hating.
I'm hating. Boy, I'm hating.
So you tell me I want to see my community do better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling out the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stating the facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's been exposed. Even if you disagree with what Kanye doing, even if you disagree with Kyrie Irving, all of that, you see one thing you can see,
Mm-hmm.
it's exposed.
Yeah.
The people at the top, they control what they put out to our community, and they
Mm-hmm.
make the most money out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not by chance that a new rapper that you ain't never heard of, a year from now, he's gonna be big, and guess what he's gonna be rapping about? It ain't by chance.
How about chance?
It's
Or they
not.
gonna die. He gonna die, then everybody gonna
He's
say
gonna
rip.
rest in peace. Then they gonna bring another one out.
They're gonna bring another one out there.
They gonna
And
bring
guess what?
another
That
one.
one rapper gonna affect thousands of
Right,
young black men.
right,
That's just the truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it's the truth.
right. It's the truth.
Those songs that they putting out, your son listening to them every day, and they live by it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They live by it.
Right.
They just don't listen to it for entertainment, for
Right.
recreational reasons.
Mm-mm.
No, they listen to it and they live by it. Somebody
Because it's in
step in
their
their
head.
shoes, they ready to shoot them.
Yep. Because
Somebody,
it's in their head. They listening to it all the time, so it's becoming a part of them.
that's right.
See, I think that's why I say I think even if we was to listen to gangster rap, I think you shouldn't be able to listen to gangster rap till you 30,
30 years old.
because we know how to, even to today, which I haven't listened to it in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. We know how to compartmentalize entertainment and reality.
That's right. That's right.
But what we see happening now is the generation now, they don't know how to compartmentalize it.
they don't.
So they, like you said the other week, they living in the suburbs, but they're listening to the rap and they're thinking that this is the life that they have.
This is the life that's gonna give me. This is the life that's gonna get me what I see, what the rappers have.
Exactly. They want the results of what they see,
They want the result.
not knowing it's detrimental. But then
It's
get mad at your mama when she forget to buy the Doritos. You're privileged. You're
That's
not
right. Hold on. And don't realize the rappers who rapping about it, half of them not living it.
right. Exactly.
They not in the streets.
Right.
They not nickel and diming. They stay in their million dollar homes. They get on their private jets.
Right.
What they rapping about, they not living it.
Exactly.
Their kids are living it. This is
Right.
why people was getting on T.I. about his son, because his son don't live that life.
Right.
So why is he out here acting like this?
Right. He been in mansions his whole life.
He's been in mansions his whole life. So why are you out here acting the fool?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just the honest God truth, man. But you can't say this, because we are a people who tend to say, let them folks raise their kids, or that ain't got nothing to do with my business, until it hit your doorstep.
Right.
Then you want everybody in this world to start praying, and you want everybody to say, rip your son, your daughter, this and that. Y'all, we got to change what's going on, this and that. Hold on. 2 weeks ago, you said ain't none of nobody business.
Right.
Let them folks raise their kids. Which one is it?
And I saw you riding by bumping Young Thug.
Young Thug now.
And so now yeah, bro, you're 100% right. It needs to be changed, but you know, it's gonna take.
Go ahead.
Take a lot of. Go ahead.
This is why people laugh at Charleston. What's his name? He on
White.
Charleston White.
Yeah.
Now a lot of times Charleston White, sometimes he say stuff that's overboard.
Right.
But man, that dude be right about the gangster rap.
He does.
Like he say, why are we sad about people that's dying from the things that they rap about?
Right.
But then the people that's getting killed from the things that they're rapping about, we don't know those folks.
Right.
Well, he's right. We saying rip them, but in their raps, they've been talking about they gonna die early, they gonna do this, they gonna do this.
Right.
Well, when it happens, oh my God, I can't believe it happened. Well, they've been rapping about it.
Exactly.
The power of the tongue is something serious.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I don't get. And then, bro, this, and it just has to change. I agree with that dude. A lot of stuff he says about gangster rap.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, Charles. You know, sometimes he's for entertainment, and sometimes he go overboard. But a lot of the times, if you peel back the layers, listen, and you're right. That's the same to say about Kevin Mills. like back the layers and just listen, then
That's
you'll
right.
see where the message coming from. Same thing with Charleston White. Peel
Yo,
back
Jay,
the layers, man, and just listen to
peel
some of the
back the
things he
layers.
said. He be
He
on
said,
point.
why?
He be on point.
He said, why do they take deals? He said, rappers
Right.
shouldn't get plea deals. You rapping
Right.
about this, you doing it. Why is it you go there and tell on somebody?
Right.
You should be prepared to do the time if you out there
Right.
rapping about what you doing and you get caught up. Don't that make
Facts.
sense?
Facts. Facts.
Hey man,
Before we go, we got to talk about our week Tuesday with the Mr. Voting Rights Project. Tuesday, let me post this right quick. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be on the Zoom. If you want the Zoom link, please join and it's a great conversation. It's a great showing you the vision of what we are doing as a foundation. We have a lot of things coming up. We're trying to do at the top of the year that's coming up. But Mr. Voting Rights Project every Tuesday. It was a
make
nice
sure you
conversation.
be on the call. Well, on
Be
the
on the
Zoom.
call.
You missed
Be on
out
the
this
call.
week. It was a good Zoom.
Right.
We kind of go in depth on who FD Reese was. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you. Just hit the Zoom and then
Hit the Zoom. Hit the Zoom.
know.
We had one of the ladies that was on from New York when the group of people came from New York, the 30 individuals, to hear me and brother talk about granddad and all of that. She was on there, and her grandmother bought a book. I think it was her grandmother or something like that. So yes, please join us. We're doing a lot of things we have coming up. We're not gonna go too much into detail with it, but join a Zoom call if you don't have it. Go ahead, bro.
I got one thing to say, man. I missed the rally this week. Last we was matter of fact, we was in Selma. And it's another rally. Let me go to my calendar real quick because I need my folks in Georgia to show up. It's Saturday, December the 17th. I'm gonna put it on my social media. It's at a park in Ellenwood, in Decatur. Behind Gresham Road, Atlanta, and we talking about the black government has literally been deaf to what the people in our community in Conley, Ellenwood, and Decatur have been saying about mental health. Since we're on mental health, I got to talk about this. It's an article that I spoke about how Keisha Bottoms and that city council has been deaf because back there going towards Constitution by the jail, going down Boulder Crest.
Yeah.
They are building a mock city for police departments from all over the nation to come and train for different situations. And some of the neighbors over off Gresham Road and on down can hear the bombs, and I mean hear the gunfires and all that during the training because they do have a small training course out there, but they're trying to expand it over 2,000 acres. Okay. Wow. So we have been talking about George Floyd killed. We have been talking about how the police has been silent when it comes to mental illness in our community, how they show up to our doorsteps with brute force when people have schizophrenic, bipolar in our community. And this is what a black government puts in our community, in a black community. So the rally is this Saturday, I think at 4. Now I'm gonna be there. Yeah. Okay. And I need people from our community. Now, I'm being real with you. We got a lot of white folks out there showing up. They out there camping. They got their tents out there, and they giving. And I'm excuse my language, but they're giving the police department hell right now. And that's not their community. It's our community. So we as black people need to show up at these rallies and tell Atlanta and DeKalb County, who both is kind of co-op in this, co-use, both of them kind of in charge of the DeKalb and Atlanta Police Department, is in charge of this, and say, we don't want this. You can take that extra money and put that money in resource officers in the schools. You can put that money into having someone, when y'all get these calls, when people have lost their mind, with mental health, with schizophrenic, put someone in that patrol car that has a specialty and bringing that stuff to some kind of meeting point, instead of in a mock city that different police departments all over the nation can come and practice whatever they do. We are tired of it. And until black folks stand up to sometimes to black people who are in office, who just worry about the dollar, stand up to them and say, we don't want this.
Facts.
Now, I have all the information on my social media, but we got to show up for this. Conley, Georgia, Ellenwood, Georgia, even if you don't stay, if you went to Cedar Grove High School, you care about your community, show up. If you went to McNair, you care about your community, show up. Because this is our community, your grandparents, your parents still stay out here. And these young folks, I'm talking about gangster rap, but at the same time, we hold these government officials accountable too. So
they wouldn't have took that out this. They wouldn't have took that out there to Sand Springs and Roswell. And
like tell them to take it to Forsyth County, take it to Sand Springs, go take it out there to the deep side of Henry County, go on over on the outskirts of Covenant, Georgia.
Yeah,
go out to Roswell, take it out there, take it out the Flowery Branch by the Falcons. I bet they won't do it out there.
Right, you know they're not.
But they're gonna put it in our community. Man. Now, so I dare you to show up.
I'm definitely gonna be there. Definitely gonna be there. Y'all, that's in our show, and we appreciate y'all joining us. Please be on the Zoom call Tuesday, and please be back next Thursday, and hear everything we got going on. I know Granddad used to always say, after every night there comes a day. I ain't seen it fail yet.
That's true. You're right.
Don't every night there comes a day. So whatever y'all going through, if you're going through anything, man, stay in the race. This is the end of the year. We know at these times, especially for us parents and us adults, man, it get kind of we try to we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. I mean, I know we mean well. We want to see our kids and our grandkids and our nieces. We want to see them smile extra hard. And especially if they have been doing good in school and all of that. So it's good to reward them. But at the same time, don't let it stress you too much. Don't let it do that.
Look, learn, man, make your kids get some of them toys and take it to the needy. Some of the toys they got at the house. Man, what I would say, man, I would love for families to have serious conversations during this Christmas holiday as you get together. One thing I can say about when we got together as a family, man, we had great conversations, man.
Right. Facts.
And we have it wasn't a conversation that was off limits.
Right.
My granddad and my grandmother, my dad and mama, we all just talked. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time. I heard someone say something today that hit me. He said this. He said success. What is success? He said success is not all these things. He said success is when your kids get grown, they still want to be around you.
That's success.
He said that's success right there. Things leave, but if your kids want to be around you, y'all can have good, loving conversations as you get old and they get older. That's success, man. And I told this in the barbershop today when I got my hair cut today. I said, man, and it's just real talk. And I know a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I say this. I tell my kids, I told Faith this. I said, my greatest, my job is yes, I want you to be as educated as you can be. I want you to have the best job of move up in the corporate world, and be the best person you can be. But I said, my main job for you is for me to help raise you to be a great wife.
That's fact.
Put God first, and for you to be a great wife. I told my son the same thing. I said, yeah, you can get you can be the best athlete you could be, AJ. You can be all the education you can have in this world. But the first thing I said, put God first. But then the next thing, my job is to make sure that you're a great husband.
Right.
That's my job first, because that's stability and structure. And you're gonna take that on to the next generation.
Right. Exactly.
Man.
That's exactly. And on that note, we'll leave it there. We appreciate y'all joining us. Until next Thursday, we'll see y'all. Y'all be safe, take care of your loved ones, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out.